This is it. The Koenigsegg CCXR Trevita. Possibly the biggest flex you can have in the automotive world on your car. Because, you know, you've got your basic flexes like unique wrap or whatever. Sometimes people will literally gold plate their cars. But this goes a step further than gold plating their cars. Trevita means 3 diamonds. Because yes, if you hadn't guessed it already, and I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't do, there are flecks of diamond in the carbon fibre of this car. I don't know why they did it, but I am really amazed that they did, and also quite glad. There were originally supposed to be 3 of these, because 3 diamonds, but only 2 ended up being made. Now, it's based on the Koenigsegg CCXR, which is already a rare car. There's 4 CCXRs. 4 Koenigsegg CCXRs. And they are, fast. They've got 1,018 horsepower, and they come from 2008. Where the fastest car in the world back then would have been Bugatti Veyron? Sounds about right. Yes, because it was before the Supersport. But still, 1,018 horsepower. And do you want to know the most mental part? Rear-wheel drive. And with not too many traction aids. The Koenigsegg CCXR, they are all known for being ludicrously just mental. Ludicrous. Insane. Very difficult to drive. So, that explains why there's only 4 of them. And that's ever made. I don't know how many of them have been crashed. Probably all 4 of them at one point. And then Koenigsegg went and made the Trevita version. Even more valuable, even rarer, just as hard to drive. I don't know why you did this, Koenigsegg, but secretly I quite admire you for it. It's very cool. It's also very pretty. Over the standard CCX, if you could call the CCX standard, the CCXR and Trevita come with a new front splitter, a much improved rear wing, these grills all over the bodywork, and also a new rear diffuser, just to try and bring a bit more downforce onto the car, so that you don't end up crashing it. All of Koenigsegg's CC series of cars are mental. Back in the early 2000s, they came out with their first car, the CC8S. I can't remember what the CC stands for, but then it was 8, which is for the V8, and S because it's sporty. 655 horsepower, which is more than a McLaren F1, which was at that point the fastest car in the world. I think the CC8S could have been the fastest car in the world, but they wouldn't find anyone that was willing to try it until Bugatti came along and nicked the record with the Veyron. Then they moved up from 655 horsepower to 806 in the CCX. Now that one's famous because the Stig crashed it into the tyre wall on Top Gear, which is where Koenigsegg realised, our car's going to kill people someday. We probably ought to stick a wing on it. So they did. It was a little loop wing, which might not have seemed like much, but actually did stop it from killing people. And then sort of Koenigsegg went mental. There's the CCXR, the CCGT, the CCR, all of which were similar, very powerful, lunatic machines. And other than the CCGT, they all have one thing in common, other than that body shape and, you know, the CC name. Can you see the line between the engine bay and the sort of cockpit? That's because it's a convertible. Yes. 1,000 horsepower, sillily high top speeds, and you can take the roof off. Koenigsegg, you are mental. I respect that. This CC series is similarly mad in Dealership Tycoon. Even standard it does 300 miles an hour, and fully tuned, that bumps the speed up to 360 miles an hour. 360 miles an hour. Now, it's not even the fastest car in the game, but it's the fact that it's a 2008 car, rear-wheel drive, that can do 360 miles an hour. It's totally and utterly mental. And now, I can't really criticise this car on being slow, even if it does feel a little slow for how expensive it is. But just look at it! It's so quick! Oh, and that's an accident. Told you someone would crash it. But now it's time to test it in the corners, which is something I'm not entirely looking forward to. Oh, wow. Damn, those brakes are good. I didn't realise how well they were at braking, but yeah, it turns out they are really good at braking. Right, come on, power up the hill. Try and turn through. Look at the way it just hugs the apex. It's fast on the straights, but then if we brake and turn it in, you can hug the apex. And, well, I place a lot of trust in these brakes, and their trust is deserved. The only way you can stop faster is hitting a tree. Which, to be fair, is something you are probably going to do in this, as I have proven. CC Series Koenigseggs don't really have much fond memories of going around racetracks. Like, well, I told you about the CCX on Top Gear, but there was also the CC8S on Top Gear, which ended up spinning multiple times. So let's see how one with even more power does. Seriously, this thing has 350 more horsepower than the CC8S. 350 more! That's mad! That's an entire VW Golf R more. Or a standard 911 Carrera. Just sub 30 seconds, and I reckon you could probably get more out of it. But unfortunately, I have the talent of a pebble. But still, that was an exciting lap. I like that. Now, it is a limited, so I have to recommend you buy it. Otherwise, you're not going to get the chance again. And this is one that you will absolutely regret not buying if you don't buy it. This is a great car. I have lots of fun in this. And it's just only here for another week, so suggestion, get grinding. Although, if you are just going to buy a big, powerful supercar, what are the options? Well, best bet is Mazda Furai. But if you are just looking for a car, get that Trevita. So on that bombshell, see you throughout the week with more reviews.